I hope you everyone have a wonderful Friday, crypto or Web3 aficionados. I am pleased to inform you that the initial application for the Solana Exchange Traded Fund ETF has been submitted. This could be the fuel that we require in light of the increase in altcoins. Are you aware of a flaw in the XRP price that causes it to skyrocket to a price of $62,000? Might this be a portent of things to come, or might it have been a simple oversight? And Coinbase is suing the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, claiming, yo, you're blocking cryptocurrency, and he is not providing us with the light or the clothing that we require. In addition, if you are unfamiliar with this program, here is how it operates. Reviews and feedback from viewers such as yourself are the most valuable. Kindly provide me with something that is not only important but also hot. Perhaps it will be at the beginning of the following video. To begin, the controversial writer asserts that XLM is utilizing investment funds in order to construct their future. In addition to being a needy liar who is going bankrupt, Danelle appears to be. The values of Doge, Pepe and Shiv are all insignificant, although returns are excellent. XLM's primary objective is to produce. Someone who does not have a bank account will be wealthier than you if you do not have one at this time. All the best, XLM, according to Reverend Funky Mr. Burns allegedly fucked an alien, and this is what we got as a result of that. For me, the t-shirt would have been a more suitable option. It is true that Brad Garlinghouse made the following statement to the media yesterday: look, Biden, you might lose the election because of Gensler. It's possible that you ought to get rid of that item of garbage. By the way, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday. At the moment, my wife is in Chicago to pay a visit to her relatives. Because I have the house to myself at the moment, I am going to engage in a wide variety of inappropriate activities. To begin, the current price of Bitcoin is $61.358.3463 BNB, which is very near to $605.38 ate the previous price. At the moment, Sol is trading at a price that is close to $150 and has increased by 6%. The answer is yes, kid, S1 filing ETF. And what about the additional item that is sitting there, which costs $475? In a moment, we will discuss the bug, but before we do so, Coinbase has filed a lawsuit against the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, and the Supreme Court, claiming that they are biased against cryptocurrencies by saying, hey, we want to know what the exact rules are and what the exact names are for crypto. Coinbase is essentially communicating with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Where do we begin with all of this? How do we go about filing? When you say that all we need to do is come in and fill out some paperwork, Gary, is that correct? Due to the fact that Coinbase has filed a lawsuit against them, they have not provided anyone with any reliable information. The company Coinbase has made the decision to take action in response to what it considers to be unjust treatment by the government. The cryptocurrency giant has filed 2 lawsuits against the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, due to the Freedom of Information Act. How come? According to Coinbase, these organizations have been refusing to provide them with information that the general public ought to be able to obtain, and I couldn't agree with you more. Paul Grewal, who serves as the chief legal officer, is the source of this information. Within Coinbase, using a variety of various instruments, the authorities in charge of financial regulation have attempted to put an end to the digital asset industry. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has stated that it possesses a great deal of power, but it is not willing to issue any rules, let alone rules that are rational. The FDIC exerted pressure on financial institutions to shut down the company's access to the banking system. Earlier afternoon, we filed a lawsuit under the Freedom of Information Act. Don't overlook that fact. The FDIC in banks is a significant event that is taking on across the ocean. At the moment, a significant number of financial institutions in England are unwilling to engage in any activity that is associated with cryptocurrency. When you try to use a debit card to transfer money from cash to cryptocurrency, an increasing number of financial institutions are telling you, no, we are not going to allow you to do that. Okay, banks, let's get ready. If I go to a strip club, I can make it rain on the floor. There are a lot of ridiculous things that I am capable of doing. My prediction is that the White Sox will emerge victorious in the World Series. I have never seen something so foolish as that. On the other hand, I am permitted to do it, but banks forbid you to purchase cryptocurrency. I'm so sorry. These are sold in the depths of the green. What is it that gives it such a rich green color? Sheet of paper for VanEck S1 within the United States of America. VanEck made history when he discovered the very first registration statement for a spot Solana exchange traded fund ETF. The CBOE EBS exchange received the application for it. Take a look at the candlestick action here on Solana. It's only the beginning. This is fresh new. It's an S1 filing, so we still have a ways to go. However, this is just the beginning. The price, there is a lot of activity. Before we move on to the additional P things, I would like you to take a short look at this heat map. If you could, please have a look at these prices, investigate the Casper, Also, Casper was given a pump because a significant number of them were purchased. If you want to be sure that you don't miss out on watching that movie when it is released later today, you might want to click the subscribe button. But have a look, there is a significant amount of green in Casper. Avalanche and Dot have improved their appearance, and Whiff, Bonk and Sol are all returning. To phrase it another way, if we are able to reach the bottom of this most recent reversal, possibly scrumptious gains to be made. XRP has reportedly been pushed to $62,032 on the crack in the exchange due to a price malfunction, according to what I've heard. On Wednesday, Jimmy Crypto, who had previously used the exchange, was the first person to write about her experience with it. There were multiple cases of traders who were using crack, and it was reported that they had made buy and sell orders for XP that were worth approximately $62,000. The screenshot displayed these instances. A photograph of that event is presented here. The description that follows will, as it usually does, provide a link to any narrative that you see in this video as well as in any of my previous films. Do you know what it means? Not a lot, to be honest. A simple pricing error has occurred. I find it unfortunate that some people believe that this is what Mr. Pool is referring to. Oh, here is evidence that the price of XRP will reach 62,000. However, that is not the case. Simply said, there was an error made with the prices. If you take a peek at the XRP figures, you will notice that we are currently at 47.6. Through the use of this heat map, we are able to observe that the value of XRP is 47 cents, the value of Bitcoin is 62 cents, and the value of BNB is very near to 600 Bitcoin. It was not the case that the market as a whole pulled down as much as it did. In point of fact, if we take a look at this same spot, we can see that we have been steadily declining over the past few months. Next up is the most exciting part. What did the ChatGPT anticipate the price of XRP to be in exchange for? In the following, I will explain it to you. The price had dropped to 59 cents by the end of the month. I just checked, and it appears that we still have a significant distance to travel. What this phrase is trying to say is that right now it is the price that we have. ChatGPT has the potential to provide you with gains of up to 20% or Mr. Pool may share with you something that will make you exclaim, oh my god, consequently, XRP will attain a value of 62,000. The flavour of salted berries is something I despise, but I have a race coming up in a short while. It is necessary for me to be good. When it comes to the latest news, take a look at these filing pumps from Solana called the S1. Solana, despite the fact that it was not right, this is the truth. There is a lawsuit being filed against your company by both the SEC and the FDIC. Again, this is the genuine news. You should anticipate that to have an impact, particularly around the time of the election. It is imperative that we exert an amount of pressure on these politicians, particularly those who are opposed to cryptocurrency. On the other hand, the news that Ripple XRP has had a price problem is not actually news at all. Simply put, that is topium, and that is the only thing that we have seen around here in recent times. Can a video due to the absence of any significant news, the price has not moved? It's possible that you could discuss BRICS and XRP, discuss how